Mason Mount has been classed as one of England's brightest stars over the last few years. He played a key role in getting England to the Euro 2020-2021 final, and he helped his beloved Chelsea win the Champions League against Manchester City. Now he's got his big money move, big money Mace, big money move to Manchester United. And to go along with all of that, he has been given the iconic Manchester United number 7 shirt. Is he worth it? We'll find out. I've got Tom here to help me answer this question. But before we get into the video, please leave a like on the video and subscribe to help us get to 1,000 subscribers. We've got lots of content for you, including discussion videos like this, fan experience vlogs, and all sports stories coming to you very soon on Sundays. So subscribe for more. Right, Tom, is Money Mace, Big Money Mace, is he deserving of that number 7 shirt?
Simple. No. Big no. Massive no.
I think you're just, saying what's on everybody's mind on Twitter. It just seems like nobody really understands why he's been given it.
However, this is not anything against Mason Mount.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't think nearly any player that joins Manchester United straight away should get that number 7. I don't care unless Ronaldo. Fair enough. Sanchez.
It was his number to begin with, wasn't it?
It was. I think it's a number that you've got to work for. You have to work for it. I wouldn't say Garnacho deserved it. That's the other thought. Everyone's saying Garnacho should have been given it. I'm not saying he deserved it either. I'm saying you have to work for it. It should be a player who's played for the club for many years. For example, if Bruno was given it now, I'd probably be more accepting of that because he has played for the club. He's done a lot for the club. If Rashford was given it, I'd be accepting of that. But Mason Mount, he's just joined straight away and been given the number 7. I know Ronaldo's his idol. I think he'll work very hard for the club. But being given that number 7 straight away is just, it's not great.
It means something, doesn't it? It is the iconic shirt. If this was NBA basketball, that shirt would have been retired in the stands and nobody would be allowed to wear it. Unfortunately for United fans, football's a bit different. So you get these random players wearing these iconic shirts at times. But to some extent, I think Mason Mount was probably the best choice if they had to fill in that number 7 shirt. Personally, I would have just left it unoccupied for now. I would have made sure that somebody earned it. But if you actually think about, say, the 3 people that really would have wanted that shirt, it was Mason Mount, Jadon Sancho, and Garnacho. Garnacho has played 1 year of proper football.
Decent.
Decent,
okay.
but hasn't played as often as people think he has. He came off the bench a lot, hardly started, obviously had that big injury. So he hasn't proven himself yet. Jadon Sancho, obviously, we all know that he hasn't proven himself. We all thought he was going to be this mesmerizing talent, and it's just not turned out that way yet. So not deserving of the 7 shirt. And I guess Mason Mount has won the Champions League and did play a big role in that Chelsea team to do that. So only because he's better than those 2 would he be more deserving of that 7. But
no,
he shouldn't really be given it.
I have got something to challenge on what you just said, though.
All right.
Iconic number 7. Is it still iconic? Is it still an iconic number 7 number? Look at the players that have been given it, and look, there's loads of pressure on your back. Alexis Sanchez failed under that number 7. Edinson Cavani is recently probably one of the only players since Ronaldo that has really proved himself. You don't think so?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think that number 7.
You shook your head.
I think that number 7 shirt is cursed. I don't think Cavani really proves that curse not to be true, because he had a great first season, but then his second season he just didn't want to be at the club anymore. I think but then he wasn't number 7, was he?
That was one of the things, wasn't it? Everyone says he fell out because Ronaldo came in, basically took his spot. Then he was second choice striker, even though he'd been really good for us the season before.
But then you've got Ronaldo, who's second stint in that 7 shirt. Yeah, his first one he did great things, but then it kind of wilted and died. You've got Alexis Sanchez. Was Angel Di Maria number 7?
I don't know. I think he might have been. There's been
I
a
have a
few players
feeling he
who
was, but that might be a thing. But then literally no number 7 has worked out since Ronaldo first had that shirt. So it's still an iconic shirt. Of course it is. You've got George Best wearing that shirt. You've got Eric Cantona
Beckham.
wearing that shirt. David Beckham, Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yeah.
Those players made that shirt iconic, and it will forever be iconic. But the last 15 years of that shirt has been a curse on Manchester United because the fans put so much importance on it.
It is important. I am a Man United season ticket holder, and I think that number 7 is so important. I thought that maybe this season Garnacho will be given it. I wasn't too happy thinking about that. I was like, someone needs to earn it. I was happy when Ronaldo got it again. I was happy for that to be waited out until Garnacho is officially ready for it, till he's in the first team, scoring goals, playing. But also, like, I know Ronaldo's been a midfielder and stuff. I feel that number 7 seems to be a winger's number.
Yeah.
I know people may disagree because Ronaldo playing in midfield, I guess Beckham drops back a bit. But you got, I just think that number 7, you don't really see many number 7 wing midfielders, do you?
Numbers.
Where's he going to play? I guess
dropping back a lot. You've got Rashford, who plays off the left with the number 10. It just doesn't
numbers don't matter anymore.
No, it really doesn't. Like, obviously you've got Bruno in the 8 wearing the number 8, so that makes sense, but the numbers don't matter at all, really. You got Lisandro Martinez as a 6, but he's a centre back and stuff like that. So I think the only issue is that because it's the number 7 and because it's Manchester United.
Yeah, of course it is.
I don't like to see, you reveal a player. Mason Mount's a good player, is a good signing for Manchester United. Like, it makes
for 60 million.
You know what?
I think he's got a lot to prove.
Yeah, for nowadays, I think it was an all right. I think it was traditional Manchester United overspending, but for Manchester United, they did well not to spend 80 million.
True, very true.
I think really that who else was there? Who else was there that could have worked, taken that number 7?
But no one had to. This is the thing. No one had to take that number 7. They could have just kept it there. Say, right, whoever top scorer, you can have that number 7 if you want. Whoever's playing the best, you can have it. If Rashford wants it, he can have it. He's got the number 10, which I'm pretty sure he's pretty happy with. Garnacho, if you want it, you got to work hard for it. Work for it. See that as your goal. Mason Mount. People reckon he could be here for 5 years.
Yeah,
he could be, and he'll be in that number 7.
I feel like they
I know.
created unnecessary controversy with it because ultimately, if they had given him a different number, then what would we have? We'd have Mason Mount announced for Manchester United, all the fans going crazy. Oh yeah, that's a really good signing. Yeah, we're gonna get Onana now, and we're gonna get Højlund, and we're gonna destroy Man City. Yeah, I mean, absolute Fruit Loops. That's not gonna happen. But that would be the energy. That would be what the energy was.
Fruit Loops.
Absolute Fruit Loops. But now the energy isn't about, oh yeah, Mason Mount signed, announcement. It's about, oh my God, they've given him the number 7 shirt.
Yeah.
So it's completely ruined the narrative of the Mason Mount signing. So I feel like whoever decided that made a really bad marketing decision, because I can't imagine many people are going out to buy Mason Mount number 7 shirts.
Here's my question for you. Do you think it was Mason Mount's decision? Do you think they said to him, what number do you want? He went, can I have the number 7? They went, go on then. Or do you think it was right, we're going to give you number 7. You're going to prove yourself for this. You're going to score goals. 'Cause I know Ronaldo was his icon. Have you seen that video of him when he was young? It's like, "I'm gonna eat
Yeah.
the ball like
I'm
Ronaldo eats it
Ronaldo.
by the valve, eat it by the valve, and it goes top bins."
Top wins.
I think.
That's a great
Right.
impression, by the way, Tom.
Thank you.
I think we'll be making that into a YouTube short later.
Yeah, with your Fruit Loops.
So yeah, I think he probably asked for it because you might as well, mightn't you? You go into any like new job and they're like, oh, what do you want paying? You're gonna say the highest number. What?
Do you
Oh,
want
you want a
what number
parking
what
spot?
number?
Do you, what parking spot do you want? Oh, well, I want the one right near the door. Oh, well, go on then. Like, you're gonna ask for the best things possible, aren't you? So surely, I'm assuming Mason Mount would have asked for it because why wouldn't you? What I'm upset with is that the club haven't gone, actually, that's kind of like a protected status around here. You've got to earn it first. The club have just gone, oh yeah, go ahead, go on then.
I've got a question for you now. Do you expect more from Mason Mount because he's been given the number 7?
Personally, no, but I know the fan base will. I
Oh,
know
really? See,
I know that every mistake, every poor performance, the fan base will be right on Twitter going, can't believe they gave this man the number 7 shirt. He's absolute waste, man. What an idiot.
worst number 7 ever.
Yeah, exactly. It'll be a reaction to the number rather than if he's had a bad couple of games, it won't be like, Mount's not doing great. Maybe he'll get better.
Well,
It'll be worst number 7 ever. And that's just like, it's just unnecessary. It's not needed for him in his career, especially coming off a bad final year at Chelsea and trying to reinvent himself. Like, you're going to have bad stretches of games. And we all know at Manchester United, those can be horrible because of how passionate and loud the fans are. You don't need that added controversy of having the number 7 on your back as well.
So we're not a big club, but we were a small club.
Oh, yeah. Very small club.
As people say on Instagram.
Yeah.
Fellow Instagram viewers. Small club United.
Oh, yeah. Everybody's trying to now argue that Manchester City is a bigger club than Manchester United. I'm like, no, Manchester City are a better club than Manchester United at the minute.
Not
bigger. Not really.
Yeah. Also, do you want to know my opinion on the number 7 with Mason Mount? Well, kind of like, if I will personally expect more from him. I know that might sound a bit toxic, a bit whatever. Because initially, if he would have just been given just Mason Mount number, let's say he was given number 20, I don't know. No, that's Darlow. You know what I mean? If he's given a normal number, I would have expected him to do what Eriksen does at least. I'm not saying Eriksen's great, but I would have expected that level at least. That'd be fine. Now he's got the number 7. That means he's going to be playing most weeks because the number 7 is a number that should be playing. Like, if you're given the number 7, you can't be sat on the bench as number 7. You've got to play, you've got to prove, you've got to score or assist. Or at least play well. Ronaldo did.
Ronaldo was benched.
Saying about Ronaldo in his second season, in that first season, Ronaldo. I had a lot of in that second season. I had a lot of kind of. I was shouting at Ronaldo a lot, but in that first season, he was fantastic, and he was good. Look, we're off now, and he's not great.
Hey, he's back at Burnley
Ronaldo
now.
was good. He was just almost. Everyone and myself expects him to play up here. He also expected himself to be playing up here. He also didn't accept that he's old. Accept you're old. Stand up front. Put the ball in the back of the net. That's all you need to do. That's all Ronaldo needs to do. So let's stop the argument about Ronaldo.
He sat on the bench with the number 7. That's all I was saying.
Yes, but I don't think that's. But he's gone. That's the point. He shouldn't be sat on the bench with number 7. Like Harry Maguire, your captain should not be sat on the bench. Your captain should be playing. You know what I mean? Sorry, get frustrated about it.
Then you can also say that other clubs have done an example of Harry Maguire in Seamus Coleman at Everton is the club captain, would sit on the bench. You'd have Cesar Azpilicueta at Chelsea, club captain.
That's different. That is different. I'm pointing out, that is different. They are club captains that are veterans. They've been there for a long time. They have played. They have won many, many trophies. Harry Maguire walked in, played well for a couple of games, was given captain because he's loud. He never proved to be captain.
Yeah,
Cesar
no,
Azpilicueta
absolutely.
proved to be captain. Seamus Coleman proved to be captain. They was there. They just didn't get given the captaincy.
Yeah,
That's my
no,
point.
definitely. I agree that Harry Maguire should not be the captain and should not be at Manchester United anymore. But I'm just saying there is precedent for a captain to sit on the bench.
Yeah,
It's like
but not Harry Maguire.
Fernandinho
Would you
last
say
season for City was on the bench.
again? But he's not just
Yeah,
been
no, I get
given
what
the
you're talking
captaincy.
about, but I'm just saying there is a
Yeah.
precedent for them to come off the bench.
Yeah, but not Harry Maguire.
Yeah, not Harry Maguire.
I agree.
Harry Maguire shouldn't be
bit
getting off
different
the
for
fucking bus.
Yeah.
But
But they
yeah.
also, yeah.
So
He's
Mason
not
Mount.
captain.
Anyway, back to Mason Mount. What do you expect of him this season then? What would be, say, let's talk about goals and assists. What would be
Yeah.
a good season for Mason Mount?
I'm gonna say combined, I expect him to get over 15 goals and assists combined.
Okay,
That's
and if he
that's not extortionate.
it's not at all. I think a
If he
lot of
plays
United
every
fans
game,
would be
I'd expect
disappointed
him to
with
get
that.
about 15. I'd be happy with that.
Yeah. What if he didn't have that number 7? Would those expectations change?
I'd give him a season to settle in. I'd say it doesn't matter. Settle in for a season. We've seen that these days. Players need a season to settle in. Like you've seen loads of City players. You think, what the fuck's Jack Grealish doing? He's awful. What's he doing on the bench? Second season comes in, bang. We Mason Mount with number 7. Now he can't do that. You have to make an impact. But if he wasn't given that number 7, I'd give him a season to settle in, and then expect the second season to be bang. Now I expect bang.
How much do you put by the fact that a lot of this pressure and a lot of this expectations comes from the fans and not the club? Like, do we as fans need to manage our expectations more, or do the players need to just do everything according to us?
I think it was a choice to Mason Mount. I know he's not a United fan, but he'll know that number 7, like what that means, and he could have thought, another 7. But I guess he's saying to himself, I can live up to that number 7. I can do it. I can go in and I can be as good as Ronaldo was. I'm not saying he can be. I'm not expecting him to be. But I think he'll be saying in his head mentally, I can do it. But the only issue is with that, when you don't do that, you start getting frustrated because you haven't. When you score 10 goals a season, people might still be shouting at him. Yeah, but you got the number 7. You should be scoring more than that. So he's got that pressure on his shoulders constantly now. If he would have been given, for example, I know Varane's number 19, but if he had the number 19, he'd have been fine. Maguire left. Maguire got number 5. Varane got number 5. Mason Mount got number 19. I would have been fine. But there's almost that expectation that you come in and you score goals. You're number 7. You at least add to the team.
Yeah, I can definitely see the side of it where it's like being I don't know, in a normal workspace, you've got your normal waiter and your experienced waiter, aren't you? And you expect more of the experienced waiter than you do of the normal waiter. That's a really, really bad example. But like, by being given that kind of label, by giving that number, like,
I've got an example.
It's a prove, like, you're supposed to have proven yourself, so you have to prove yourself every day, every week.
I've got an example. You got a group of waiters, and you got a supervisor. Supervisor leaves. All the other waiters are like going for it, and this new guy just walks in, becomes your supervisor. Yeah, I'm looking at you like, right, you've got to do the standard job I do. What's the point of you being my supervisor if you don't know my job? You can't do it. You know what I mean? Garnacho I presume he supports the club. He seems to like the club. Obviously, he plays for us. He's gonna fight for that. Ronaldo's his icon. He's gonna fight for it. I think what we'd better if he said to Garnacho, here's the number 7 shirt, hang it up in his locker room, That's what you're aiming for. That's what you're going for. Fight for it. Rather than
Yeah, it
going,
might have been a
oh, Garnacho, you had a really good season. Do well next season, but Mason's going to have this.
yeah.
Chelsea fan, Cobham lad, whatever they call it. Cobham's finest. He's going to have it. He's not even. He doesn't support United. He supports Chelsea. We know he supports Chelsea because
Yeah,
he said he loves them.
I'm sure he knows about the Manchester United number 7 there. I'm
No,
sure.
I'm sure. I'm not saying he doesn't, but like it's just.
Of it.
Right. Why don't we get someone new in our sport and then say whatever money we earn is just going all go to you? And us who've been setting it up.
That's a bit too much, though, isn't it? Because like ultimately,
Probably
other players still have the chance to like get his position back. They do
until you rarely go to a player. You get his number 7 to coffee. I don't think they'll take it off him. If he stays at the club for 10 years, they'll have it 10 years.
Yeah, but
Garnacho could be fantastic.
What matters more is playing time rather than number. So it matters more about them actually playing. So if Mason Mount does do badly to begin with, and Eriksen's playing better, they'll play Eriksen. So therefore, who really cares? If Garnacho,
give Eriksen the number 7, go for it.
But if Garnacho is playing well, like he'll play, and maybe Mason Mount doesn't play. It doesn't matter about the number on the back of his shirt. He'll still play.
It doesn't, but
it feels like it matters.
It doesn't, but
it doesn't matter.
It does. It feels like it doesn't, but it does.
I feel like it matters more for shirt sales.
I think goalkeepers will always want that number 1. If a goalkeeper's playing and they had number 3.
You've got Edison that doesn't wear the number 1. You've got Mendy that doesn't wear it. I know he's off.
I know, but I just feel like goalkeepers will want that number 1 to know that they are number 1 goalkeeper.
Number 1, yeah.
So look, I am number 1. I'm number 1 goalkeeper at United. That leave me number 31. It's like okay, 31. It does mean something, and I think it does. Well, let us know in the comments whether you think it means something. If I was a United player, it would mean something to me. I'd rather be number 7 than number 98. Like, I'd rather be number 7 than number 14, which Eriksen is, isn't he?
True. So yeah, let us know in the comments if you think the number 7 shirt actually is going to change Mason Mount's season. Is it going to change expectations of what happens to Mason Mount's season? Stop nodding your head, Tom, and stop influencing them. So yeah, let us know in the comments below. Please like this video and help us share it out to the world and to see how biased Tom might be at the minute, or how angry you might be about this situation. And make sure you subscribe as well to help us get to 1,000 subscribers. We've got so much content for you. It's going to be brilliant over the next year, so make sure you get involved. Thank you very much, and we'll see you later. Bye.